Hello, Danielle Shalom. Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Why'd you run off?
I don't know.
You know, the football game just started.
I know this is like a major I don't know if even we're allowed to be streaming right now, honestly.
Well, somebody's got to learn Torah and keep the world from ending while
True.
everybody else watches.
Yeah.
Argentina versus Spain.
Yeah. Crazy.
And you're within driving distance of the game.
I know.
You could have
I should
gone.
really be there.
Tickets are between $10,000 and $10,000 and $2 million.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
We haven't studied in 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I was surprised too. I also thought it was like 3 or 4, but it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
I checked the stat sheets.
Okay.
So we're up to Yud Beis Amud Aleph, Tana Rabbanan, which is about, I'm going to say, 14 lines from the bottom. That's an estimation, ballpark.
14 lines from the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, I think it's exactly 14. Holy cow, I think I might be a god.
You are definitely a god, but I don't know about a god. 14 lines from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Tana Rabbanan. Okay, Tana Rabbanan. אין מעבירים את השנה לא בשביעית ולא במוצאי שביעית. אין מתי רגילים לעבר ערב שביעית של בית רבן גמליאל היו מעבירים במוצאי שביעית.
Right. So the Tanna Kama holds that you can't add a month for the year of Shvius, because obviously that extends the inability to plant for that year, and also Motzi Shvius because then you have to extend the time it takes to bring the Omer, where then you're allowed to actually
eat for Chodesh. Yeah.
But Rav Gamliel argues and says you could actually do it the year after Shvius. It's not a problem. So we're gonna get it. We did this a couple weeks ago. I just wanted to we stopped in the middle, so that's why I wanted to go back to it. So then, Kika, we've looked at the Hani tonight. We're end up gonna turn this into a Machlokas Tanaim.
אין מביאים ירק מחוצה לארץ ורבותינו התירו. מאי ביניהו? אמר רבי ירמיה חוששן לגושיהם. איכה ביניהו. Right. What does that mean, חוששן לגושיהם?
So that's the dirt. So that's the clods of dirt from Chutz La'aretz that were tameh. And I was looking at this before we started. Remember we were debating last time, like, is that really true that all dirt from Chutz La'aretz is tameh?
Yeah.
So then I saw an art scroll. It brings the Mishnah on Olos 17:5, and then I looked it up, and it seems like it's pretty clear that everyone agrees that at least it seems like the dirt is impure in the outside of Israel.
Yeah, Rabbeinu art scroll says Chachamim gazer tuma al gushei afar mechutz laaretz im hem begodel chotam hamerutzifim.
It's kind of crazy. Let me pull it up. Let me show you Mishnah.
Ohalot Yud Zayin Hey.
Let's see. Ohalot Yud Zayin. Hey. Nope, wrong one.
I didn't even know Ohalot had Yud Zayin Prakim.
It has 18 Prakim. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Wait, how do I do that again? Share screen. This one, okay. So you'll see here. It starts over here. Afar base paras, afar chutzlar shabab biyarak. I mean, it's so you have dirt of chutzlars that comes with the vegetables. I wonder if it's specifically like that comes with the vegetables. What does it say here in the English? It says soil from a foreign country that came in with vegetables. So mitzdarfin kechosam ha martzufin. Divrei Rabbi Eliezer. So Rabbi Eliezer says that the pieces of the soil combine together to transmit impurity if they form a portion the size of a packing seal, the packing bag seal. But the rabbis say there must be one portion of the size of a packing bag seal. And Rabbi Yehuda says it happened once that the letters came from overseas for the sons of the high priest, and they had on them about a sa or two sa of seals, but the sages were not concerned on the account of uncleanliness.
I guess it does have to be on food. I mean, if there were like 2 saw, that's a lot.
Right. I don't know. I don't know what the...
You mean you don't have the is the Kahati on Savaria?
That's a good question. I wonder. Let's see. Rambam. Wait, the Kati's a Rishon, right?
No, Kahati is what he died like in
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
My father actually met Kati.
Very nice.
But like, if you're like a real modern person, he's basically a Rishon, you know?
If you're a real modern person, if you're a Zionist, maybe. Rahman Aslan. I guess they don't have Kahati.
All right, let's go back to it.
Okay. So apparently there is a whole thing about okay. Now, okay. Tanraban. Ein ma'abren et hashana mipnei hatuma. Rabbi Yehuda Omer ma'abren. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Maase Bechizkiya Melech Yehuda, She'iber et hashana mipnei hatuma ubikesh rachamim al atzmo. T'chtiv ki marbit ha'am rabat me'afraim umenashe yisaschar uzvulun lo hiteharu ki achlu et hapesach below.
So we're using the story as like a way of proof, right? So the argument is whether or not you add a month because everyone's tameh for the Carbon Pesach. And Rehuda says we don't do it. Or sorry, we do it. And wait. Oh, sorry. The rabbi said the rabbi said we don't do it, and Rehuda says we do it.
Mm-hmm. Because
so now we're
gonna Melech did it.
And the story of Chizkiah is when they did interculate it, but then he asked Rachamim for the fact that he did that. So that shows that it's a proof that we shouldn't do it, right?
Yeah. Chizkiah alehem lemor Hashem hatov yechaper ba'ad. Rabbi Shimon Omer, Im mipnei hatuma ibruha me'uberet. אלא מפני מה ביקש רחמים על עצמו, שאין מעברין אלא אדר והוא עיבר ניסן בניסן.
Nissan, right. So he wasn't concerned about the fact that he did it. He was concerned about how he did it. It should have been done in a different month.
How can you?
But how would he have known?
He said, first they said this is Nissan, but before Pesach he decided no, this Nissan is going to be Adar Sheni.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But I see in the article that we're going to reject this premise, probably because of what you're saying, because it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay. Rabbi Shimon ben Yehuda Omer Meshum Rabbi Shimon Mipnei Shehisi et Israel Lasot Pesach Sheni. So the Avon was that since they were supposed to do Pesach Sheni, he was Ma'aber and they had a normal Pesach and they didn't do Pesach Sheni. Okay.
Wait, what should he have done instead?
Allowed
since everyone was Tameh, they should have been able to just bring it. Since everyone was Tameh.
What?
Since everyone was Tameh, they should have been allowed to bring it, you're saying?
No, I think well, first of all, I think the reason why we mentioned Menashe and Yisachar and Zavulun, right, is that it wasn't the entirety of Bnei Israel, it was some Shvatim. And second, the people who were Tameh during Pesach, they can just do it in Iyar, Pesach Sheni.
Right.
Let's see what Rabbeinu Arshko says. Rashi, Mi she'eno yachol lahakrev et korban Pesach bizmano mipnei shehi shahaya tameh o shahaya rachok miYerushalayim mevi Pesach Sheni. Ba'arba sar be'ir. Din ze ne'emar rak liyichidim shehem tameim b'tzaharei erev Pesach. Ava im rov makrivei haPesach tameim hem מקריבים כל ישראל את פסחם בזמנו בתומה. ראה לעיל עמוד א' הערה 38 ובהערה הבא. במקרה של חזקיה, מאחר שמרבית העם לא היטהרו, לא היה לו לדחות את הפסח לחודש עיר, אלא היה להם להקריב הפסח בזמנו בניסן בתשומה. ולכן ביקש רחמים על שיעץ להם שלא כדין. הגמרא לקמן תסביר סבירת חזקיהו בעצתו ובמה טעה. So the Gemara is going to explain weiter.
Oh,
Good thing we have Rabbeinu Art Scroll. I have no idea how people learned Torah before Rabbeinu Art Scroll.
Definitely helpful.
Okay, where were we?
Amar Mar.
Amar Mar. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Ma'avrin Alma Itz le Rabbi Yehuda. Tuma dechuya hi betzibur.
Why is he saying that? Wouldn't that be the opposite? Meaning, if he says we have to add a month, then wouldn't that mean he holds is not dechuya?
This is what Rabbeinu Archko says. Klomar bekoshi hatiru et hatuma betzibur. V'kol ma she'efshar lachazer כדי לעשותו בטהרה מחזירים. ולכן צריך לעבר את השנה לאפשר לציבור להתטהר. So he's saying, yeah, it's b'diavad. L'chachila, you don't want to do it, so you should actually do the Ibur Shana. That's how Ruin Archibald is explaining.
So what does it mean? Alma islay l'Yehuda tuma dechuyehu b'tzibur. Rashi says, Kolomar, Bekoshi Hutra Tuma B'tzibur, that because of the circumstances, you're allowed to proceed with, like, it's mutter to go proceed with Tuma B'tzibur.
Yeah, it's b'diavad.
V'chol kama de efshel adure laso so b'tara mahadrin. Okach ma'abrit shiyasu b'tara. Oh, okay, but it's b'diavad. Okay, I got it.
It's b'diavad. L'chachila, you're ma'aber.
Right. Rashi's still better than ArtScroll, I'm just saying.
It said the exact same thing.
I know, but Rashi's still better. He just has just a good vibe.
It's Rashi. Rashi's Rashi.
Tanya, go ahead.
Tzitz בין שישנו על מצחו ובין שאינו על מצחו מרצה. דברי רבי שמעון. רבי יהודה אומר בעוד על מצחו מרצה, אין עוד על מצחו אינו מרצה.
So what is this speaking about?
The tzitz of the Kohen Gadol.
So if there is a situation where you're bringing something that's tameh, that sits like somehow overpowers it. If there's a tameh.
No, apparently it says
Oda mitzvah meratze.
Yeah, the tzitz itself becomes apparently the tzitz itself may have become tameh.
No, I don't think so. Let's see Rashi. Hold on. Bein sheyesh al metzach kohen gadol b'shas tuma, bein she'eno al mitzcho meratze.
Amar lo hanach layom kippurim shekulo avodat tzibur hu v'tuma hutra the korban tzibur ketara gemura ve'ein tzarich tzitz l'ratzot alma hitar gamur hu. Okay, this is what Rabbeinu Artzko has to say. Hatzitz hu echad mebigdei hakuna hu seret shel zahav berochav shtei etzbaot shel lavash hakohen hagadol al mitzcho me'ozen la'ozen. Alav hayach harut kodesh la'Hashem haTorah amra al hatzitz v'haya al metzach Aaron ונעשה אהרון את עוון הקדושים. הרי שהציץ מכפר ומרצה על עוון הקרבת הקדושים שלא כהלכה, כגון שנטמא דם הקורבן או בשר הקורבן וחלבו. הברייתא שלנו דנה בהגבלה לפעולת kapara zu. So if something, so the tzitz has a capacity to undo the tuma of kadosha.
Oh, interesting. There's a difference between hutra and dechuya. I didn't realize that. Did you understand that the difference?
Hutra and the chuya. I mean,
Dechuya means
the chuya means it's what you call it?
the
It's
Evid.
dochek. It's what you call it? It's b'diavad.
But hutra means it's I don't know.
L'chatchila. If it's mutter, then it's
Right.
l'chatchila.
Right. I didn't
Right?
catch that. So that we're saying. So Amar Yehuda Hanach Liyom Kippurim Shetuma Hutra B'Sibur. So this goes against what we said before, where Yehuda said it's the Chuya. Now he's saying it's Hutra. I think. Let me see in the last. What was it?
I mean, that's two separate things. I mean, the tzitz is something else, right?
Amar Yehuda Amar Abrim Alma Isla Yehuda Tuma. That's the whole kasha here. Vatanya tzitz bein shesh na mitzcha bein shina mitzcha divrei Yeshim and Yehuda Amar Oda mitzcha maratza ino lemitzcha ino maratza.
Oh, so it's the question on Rabbi Yehuda. There, you said that it's what you call it, b'diavad. Here, it seems you're saying it's l'chachila.
Right. It sounds like it.
Hold on, but Rabbi Yehuda is the one who says ein b'odo al mitzvah ein omeratza.
He just says Oda mitzcha maratza ein Oda mitzcha ein maratza. And then Rabbi Shimon says back to him, the law regarding Kohen Gadol b'Yom Kippurim yochiach, that you could see on the Kohen Gadol proves my point. She'eno mitzcho, that it's not on his head, umaratza.
But
And
Rabbi
he says,
Yehuda answers,
that doesn't count because Tumma is Hutra B'tzibor, and that's why it's Miratza.
but only on Yom Kippurim. He's saying no. The difference there is that it's Yom Kippur.
No, he's saying Hanal Kippur is Tumma Hutra B'tzibor. Meaning it's the day of Yom Kippur, it's a communal offering. I think in the other case,
It's the Pesach is individual.
hold on a second.
It looks like we have a schizophrenic in our chat.
Nothing wrong with that.
We love schizophrenics around here.
Let's see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going back to Amar Mar. It says, Yehuda says that we're ma'aber. So Alma Isla Yehuda Tuma Dechuy B'tzibur. So we see that What carbon is he talking about? This is talking about carbon Pesach?
When? The first one or the second one?
First one, starting from Amar Mar.
First one, it's talking about
Right.
the Pesach and Chizkiah and being Ma'aber Hashem.
Okay,
Then
we say Alma Islay the Rehuda Tuma, Techuya Hibitzibor. Oh, this is the point of him saying it's B'di'evet, okay, and therefore that's why he wants to push it aside. Okay. But so now we're going to show a brisa that contradicts this. So Vatanya tzitz bein sheyesh al mitzcho bein she'eino al mitzcho meratze. Whether the tzitz was on the Kohen's forehead, when any carbon I think becomes tamei, or was not on his forehead, it's still going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, bein sheyesh al mitzcho bein she'eino al mitzcho meratze.
That's Divrei Rabbi Shimon.
Okay, why is it meratze though?
Because of the verse. There's a verse that says.
But he's not wearing. Isn't the whole thing is the tzitz's power? Isn't that the whole?
The tzitz has a power to be maratza, even kodshim betumah.
Even when he's not wearing it, though.
That's the question.
That's what it says here, though. According to Rabbi Shimon, that's even if he's not wearing it.
Rabbi Shimon says that this is something that the tzitz does. It doesn't matter whether or not he's wearing it.
Got it. And Rabbi Yehuda says, "Oda mitzvah maratze, ain't oda mitzvah ain't maratze." So he says it depends on the situation. Okay, right. But now the important piece here is what sacrifice are we talking about? We're talking about any sacrifice at the moment. I'm not sure which sacrifice it is.
Yeah. Right now we're talking, and then Rabbi Shimon brings.
So Rabbi Shimon Kohen Gadol Yom Kippurim Yochiach. Right.
So now he's specifically
the Kohen Gadol proves my point that either way it's Meratze. Right. Why? Because She'ena Mitzvah Meratze. Oh. So Rabbi Yehuda says back, no, that's not a proof because Hanach Yom Kippurim Shtuma Hutcher B'tzibor. Because over there it's Yom Kippur and it's a communal offering and therefore it's completely mutter.
Which doesn't apply in Pesach.
No, but the Gemara is using this as a kasha to ask a steer on Rabbi Yehuda. That Rabbi Yehuda before said it's the chuya, and now Rabbi Yehuda is saying it's hutra. That's what the Gemara is doing here.
But what's the stira? One's with.
That's Rashi. Amar lo, hanach liyom kippurim shekulo avoda siborhu. That it works well for Yom Kippur because it's all a avoda of the tzibor. The Hutra, the carbon tzibor, kitahara gemura. It's like fully tar. The ain't tzarich tzis l'ratzos. Alma heter gamor. We see it's completely mutter. But what he said earlier was that it's the chuya. But you're saying it's separate cases.
I mean, the Pesach isn't a korban tzibor. It's a korban yachid. Yeah, I don't understand what the stira is that the Gemara.
So I'm reading the article here. There's several things to discuss the one. I think I think we're making a mistake that the carbon Pesach, even though it's not a carbon tzibor and everyone brings their own carbon Pesach, I think there's a concept of when the entire tzibor is involved in something, then that there's sort of like a I don't know how to say it, but like it's
apparently
all
that's what the Gemara
yeah
understands.
yeah. So the Gemara then asks a question on our question. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbi Yehuda Omer Ma'abrim. Rabbi Yehuda says that we do add a month.
Mm-hmm.
Omer Rabbi Yehuda Ma'aseh B'Chizkiya Melech Yehuda She'ibra Shan of Bnei Tova, that he Chizkiya intercalated a year because of Tama, but Upikesh Rachmim Al Atzmo, and he asked for mercy, right?
So why do you ask for mercy?
Right. According to the fact that if Rabbi Yehuda believes in Hutra. So the Gemara says, Ela chasuri mechser of hachikatani. Rather, we're missing a piece from the Brisa. There's something. There's a girsa. There's a text that we're missing. Ein ma'abrim es hashana b'bnei atama. We do not intercalate a month into the year on account of tama. V'imei bura, but if we do, mu'beres. Rabbi Yehuda Omer enu mu'beres. We do not. It's not effective. Hold on. Ibrua mu'beres. Yehuda Omer enu mu'beres. So Omer Yehuda. Why is it Omer Yehuda v'chulu?
According to Rabbi Art Scroll, because there's no reason to do it. Have you
ever heard it say v'chulu in the Gemara? I've never seen that before. Maybe I'm just a little rusty here.
Are you kidding? I've seen lots of v'chulus.
In the Gemara?
Yeah. Unless I that's not.
That sounds weird for me.
Okay. Well, you know more Gemara than I do.
No, I mean I'm a little bit out of the game. I'm you're bringing me back.
We know you do Daf Yomi every day.
I don't, but every time I see V'chasurim Machzor B'Chachitani, I always think of my 11th grade Rebbe, because maybe I've told you this before, but my 11th grade Rebbe used to quote. Apparently, the Barbanel used to be like very high up in the Spanish government in Spain, like in the 1400s or whatever, 1300s. Yes. And apparently, in one of his letters, I don't know if this is accurate. This is all from him. I've never fact checked this. That in one of his letters, so after they got expelled and he lost all his money, he lost all his status. So he writes in one of his letters that that's actually when he lost everything, is when he became this great Torah sage. And he writes in one of his letters, Chasuri Mechsera, I lost everything, and then I started to learn.
Chasuri Mechsera, very funny. So, I think I had heard that before, but it's still funny.
I've never fact checked that, but that's what I was. That's what I love. Good Rebbe said.
All Baba Mises from Rebbe's are true.
That's a good tweet.
All Baba Mises are true. They have some truth to them.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. So where were we?
So Rabbi Yehuda says Einu Mubaris.
And that's why he had to ask for Rachamim.
Right. So it changes it. That's why that's right. He doesn't believe you can do it.
Yeah.
Ihachi. Rabbi Shimon Omer Im Mibnei Atomei Bura Mubaris Hainu Tanakama.
Apparently, Rabbi Shimon is being cholek.
What was the original? Let me look back.
This is a really long sugya.
Yeah. Oh, because the Tanakama said Aim Abram as son of Neatuma in the original Brisa, and Rehuda says Ma'abrim, right? Now we're saying Rehuda said we're not Ma'abr, so then the Tanakama, and meaning we're saying even if we're using this Chesur Mechzer V'Achtani, it has to still make sense in the original.
And it doesn't because there's no
argument now.
There's no argument now.
Yeah. So Amarava lechatchila ikibinayu. So it's a question of whether or not
hold on, Rabbeinu Art School is saying the difference between Rabbi Shimon, not Rabbi Yehuda, and Tanakama.
Oh, okay. So Rashi says, "Lechatchila ikibinai." The Tanakama kamar ein ma'abrim lechatchila. That we're not ma'abrim lechatchila, or Shimon over ma'abrim lechatchila. But I did the kamar Yehuda einu ma'oberes.
Okay, so Tanakama says that lechatchila you can do it. Rabbi Shimon says b'diavad you can do it, and Rabbi Yehuda says you can't do it at all. Am I understanding that correctly?
Tanakama says you can't be ma'abrim lechatchila, but I guess b'diavad it's okay. Shimon says you are able to be ma'abrim lechatchila. V'ai did the kamar Yehuda einu ma'oberes. So I did the kamar Yehuda einu ma'oberes. Amar iu ma'oberes hu adin lechatchila.
Okay, according to Rabbeinu Art Scroll, Rabbi Shimon says lechatchila you can do it. The Tanakama is b'diavad, it's still me'oberet, and Rabbi Yehuda, it's even if you do it, even b'diavad, it's eino me'oberet.
Mm-hmm.
That's the explanation of Rabbeinu Art Scroll. There was a time when I would look down on myself for relying so much on Rabbeinu Art Scroll.
Tanya Namihachi, Ema Abra Shem Ne'atoma Lechatchila. We do not Abra Shem Lechatchila. Rishim and Abram we do. Ella, if they man Bikish Rachma Atzon. So why did he ask mercy? Chizkiah. Shema Abram Ella Adar V'hui Bernisa Benisan. Oh, interesting.
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows. Oh, look, that's what the Gemara is about to say. Amar Mar. See, don't knock yourself. You're just mechabed in the Gemara. Amar Mar. She'ema Avrin.
Yeah.
She'ema Avrin Ela Adar. Hu Iber Nisan Benisan. V'lastly v'chizki achodesh lechem. Zen Nisan ve'ein achar Nisan. Did he not subscribe to the most basic, the first mitzvah? So the Gemara answers, Ta b'de Shmuel. The Amar Shmuel, ein me'abrin es Hashanah b'yom shlosh mishal Adar. We do not intercalate a month into the year on the 30th of Adar. Hayo v'roi lekavo Nisan. Since that day is eligible to be designated as the first of Nisan. V'yu savar hayo v'roi lo amrinan. Since that day is eligible to be designated.
So he did it on the 30th of Adar, which he did not agree could be Nisan. That's what it means that he was Ma'aber Nisan ben Nisan. You get it?
So he extended it on the 30th day. But what was his rationale to do that?
His rationale was that it's still Adar. It's not Nisan yet. And then he realized, no, Shmuel must have been right. Since it could have been Nisan, you can't add a whole month on the 30th of Adar.
We do not add on the 30th day of Adar. Since that day, right, is right to establish Nisan.
This is the longest sugya I have ever seen.
Well, now we got to the two dots, but it keeps going. Like it goes. I see on Yud Gimel still. It's gonna all be about Iber Shana. Who knew that Sanhedrin was like a big partner to Rosh Hashanah? I had no idea. Meaning, like, I assume these are how many sugyas do you think are there? Like big sugyas in Shas on Iber Shana. Like you think there are many? Like I thought Rosh Hashanah was like the crux of it, and now I see it's like a major sugya here.
Considering these are the only two Gemaras I've ever learned, so
maybe it's everywhere.
According to my sample, the entire Talmud is about.
That's great. That's actually hilarious. That's great. All right, should we pause here? We'll continue two dots next time.
Sure. My brain is my brain. The Gemara is more exercise than my brain can take.
It's basically, if you do Gemara, you're basically got your lift in for the day. It's great.
Well, are we gonna do anything with our dear friend, the schizophrenic here?
I wouldn't call him schizophrenic. He's a Tzam Elokim.
What? Solomon Elokim can't be schizophrenic?
It's true.
I would not have a job.
True.
He's Solomon Elokim. He's also apparently schizophrenic.
What does Paul say? I like what Paul's line is. He has a so much better line for Tzam Elokim, an image bearer of God.
Yeah, image bearer. I mean, that's Solomon
So beautiful.
Solomon Elokim. No. He doesn't know. Like, this was the funniest thing that he wrote, if I can find it. Where did he say, "Bear with me for a bit, guys, and you'll be enlightened seriously." Have you been enlightened seriously?
I have been. I also like his use of emojis. I think it's very creative.
It is very creative how many emojis he uses. Okay, our dear friend Jamie, may you live and be well. We are going to end this so people can go and watch the football game. Later, people.